Welcome to the 1000 subscriber special Ultimate Champions League. Thanks for 1000 subscribers, which I hit all the way back in May, and it is now August because the World Cup got in the way and I was so lazy to actually make the video. But yeah, here we are. I never thought I would actually get to a thousand subscribers, but yeah. So these are the teams that are qualified. It's every single team that has won a subscriber special on the channel, starting from the 100 subscriber special. So we have Spain, Atletico Madrid, France, Belgium, Brazil, Real Madrid, Benfica, Manchester City, Arsenal, AC Milan, Germany, and Morocco. Now I am gonna have to explain some of these. Atletico Madrid, the 150 subscriber special was a Terraria video, and Atletico Madrid are probably the best team that have a tree in their badge, so they qualify. It was actually Russia that won the 200 subscriber special, but it doesn't feel right to include them because they are currently banned by FIFA. So I replaced them with the runner-up, which is France. Germany, well, the 900 subscriber special was a Geometry Dash video where I ranked the Demonless songs, and Germany was the best country of an Anathema victor who wasn't qualified yet, and Anathema did place #1 in my song ranking, so Germany are qualified because of that. And Morocco are qualified because I wanted a team that was not from Europe and South America, and to make it a global championship. So I just gave the spot to Morocco because well, an 11-team championship would be kind of ugly, so Morocco are here to make it 12 teams. So for the format, there will be 10 challenges depending on the placement each team achieves in the challenge. They will earn points. Here are the challenges. We have the Champions League phase, Football Imperialism, FC26 different modes, FC26 Mega Tournament, World Cup penalty shootouts, FC26 Mega World Cup, Champions League penalty shootouts, regular video games, YouTube voting, and a World Cup final. This is the point system. These are the points that will be awarded to each team's ranking in the challenge. At the end of each round, the team with the lowest score will be eliminated. Points for the next round will then be multiplied by 1.5 times to allow for capture mechanics. Aside from the finals points will be multiplied by 2 times to ensure that the team that wins the final wins the tournament no matter what. Last team standing wins. Challenge 1. So for the first challenge, what we are doing is we are doing a Champions League phase, but because we only have 12 teams, we are doing the Asian Champions League phase format, where there are 12 teams, and each team plays 8 matches. So what I am going to do here is I am an FC25 because I refuse to pay for FC26. I did manually update the squads myself though. But we are going to go into FC25 and do a custom league tournament with 12 teams. Because each team in the Asian Champions League phase plays 8 games, we will play until 8 match days and award points based on the position of each club after 8 match days. Now, disclaimer, Brazil and Belgium are not in FC25 for some reason. So Brazil will be represented by Argentina and Belgium will be represented by the Netherlands. But I did do the squad transfers already, so we shouldn't have a problem. These are Brazil and Belgium, but they're just represented by a different crest. So, after 8 games played, here are the standings. Manchester City are in first on 22 points, 7 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. Followed by Real Madrid, Arsenal, Spain, France, Germany, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Argentina, which are Brazil, Benfica, Belgium, and Morocco. Now, because this is the first challenge, that means Morocco are unfortunately eliminated because there was a. There's only one. There's an elimination every round, and this is the only round so far. So we are gonna have to say bye to Morocco after round 1, which I guess is fair because they're the only team that didn't actually win a subscriber special. So And I just wanted them in so we could fill up the tournament with 12 teams, so I guess that's fair. This is the leaderboard for Challenge 1, meaning Morocco are eliminated in 12th place. Challenge 2. Here is the scoring system for Challenge 2.
Alright, so for Challenge 2 we have World Cup Imperialism, which is basically just football imperialism with the contestants. So we spin the wheel. If you don't know how football imperialism works, you spin the wheel, it picks a team, in this case Brazil. You spin an arrow, the arrow determines which direction they will attack. So in this case Brazil will be attacking Benfica because they're gonna hit Portugal. And because Benfica are the defender, they will be the home team. The attacking team must outright win. If it's a draw, it's a win for the defender, which means Brazil are last place in the challenge and are probably getting eliminated from the competition from that. Real Madrid up next. They are going to attack northeast, which is actually I think it barely misses Atletico Madrid. It's gonna hit Spain. So Real Madrid will play Spain, which they drew, which means that Real Madrid are eliminated and Spain will take over Real Madrid's territory. The next team that the wheel lands on is AC Milan, who will be attacking north, which is a direct hit on Germany. And AC Milan did not win that game, so Germany are going to steal all of their land. They're also going to take Switzerland because they're in the way. The next team is Manchester City, and the wheel. They will be attacking southeast, which is Germany. And Man City actually win while away, which means they are the first attacking team to actually win while attacking, which means they will steal all of Germany's territory. And we are now picking the next team, which is Benfica, who kind of have to attack Spain because they are completely surrounded and can't reach anyone else. And they did not beat Spain away, so Spain are now going to take their land as well. There's just Atletico Madrid stuck inside of Spain. Well, Spain are now going to attack. They really have two options, and they're gonna go west, which is the tiny Atletico Madrid enclave inside of Spain. And Spain didn't win the game, which means Atletico Madrid are now going to take all of the Spanish lands, and Atletico Madrid are now controlling all of Spain and Portugal. Man City up next on the wheel. They will be attacking south, which is Arsenal. And Arsenal lost 2-1 at home to Man City, meaning Man City will also take Arsenal's territory. And now the wheel is going to land on Belgium, who they can either attack Man City or France, I think. And it is going to be Manchester City, and they did not win while away, so Manchester City are now going to steal their land. Well, Belgium got 4th place in the challenge for not doing anything. I guess that's good. Anyway, Man City, will they attack Atletico Madrid or France? Now, we're doing it from the original badge that I put. No, I think it's barely going to hit the tip of France. It's going to hit Brittany. And Man City actually didn't beat France while away, meaning France are going to knock out Man City and they're going to steal all of the land, which means the final will be France versus Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid will be attacking. And Atletico Madrid lost while attacking, which means that France are going to steal all of Atletico Madrid's land and France are going to win Challenge 2 of...
These are the results of Challenge 2, meaning that Brazil are the next team eliminated with 7 points. Meanwhile, France and Man City have taken leads in the championship with 55 and 53 points respectively. Challenge 3. Here's the point system for Challenge 3. Now, the matchups for Challenge 3 are determined by the number of points each team currently has, meaning that France play Benfica, Man City play AC Milan, Atletico Madrid play Germany, Arsenal play Belgium, and Real Madrid play Spain. These are the FC25 modes that each team will be playing each other in.
Alright, so first First up, we have France versus Benfica in Rush. And okay, open net. Yep, France immediately scored. Great. There's gonna be a lot of that because of this guy's the Dembele is 2-0. Now, obviously, this is not the actual speed of the game. The actual game went on for like 10 minutes because you can't, when you do AI versus AI, you can't skip the replays. So the actual game went on for 10. I'm just showing all the goals. As you can see here, France are 4-0 up to Benfica after 3 minutes. But Benfica do gotta go back here to make it 4-1. But I don't, and that's a bad giveaway from Dembele, meaning Benfica are through again. They're gonna score 4-2. But France make it 5-2 immediately after. Well, not immediately. There are like some delays in between the goals because I am skipping everything in between the goals because if I showed the whole game, this video would genuinely be an hour long. There's just also this is like only the third challenge anyway. There's no point in actually showing everything that happened. But that is France went on to win this game 8-2. Meaning they beat Benfica by 300% of a margin, which is pretty good. That should put them in a good position. Now, Man City versus Milan in mystery ball. Man City have a corner kick in the 27th minute. Kovacic, and they score 1-0. Now, in mystery ball, for some reason, every single goal is worth a different amount of points. Marmouche. Oh, that's a good pass. Savinho cut back to Marmouche. Goal, 2-0. Well, that's 2 points, so it's actually 3-0. Anyway, Man City are on the attack again. Marmouche to okay, they're passing it around. Now all the AI is okay. That's a good pass. 3-0, yeah. Well, 6-0 technically. All the AI used for all of the matches that I'm using to simulate AI versus AI on the game are legendary difficulty with competitor mode on. So like this is not, you're not watching beginner AI, you're watching, well, Christian Pulisic just scored, but you are not watching beginner AI play against each other, you are watching like the proper AI. Anyway, that's a good free kick. Jack Grealish, who's for some reason still back in Man City. Erling Haaland. I believe 8-5 to Manchester City. And that is how the game is going to end, 8-5. So Man City won by like, we'll have to calculate the percentage after, but alright, Atletico Madrid versus Germany was supposed to be a survival game, meaning every time somebody scores, that player gets ejected from the game. But something weird happened with my game, probably because my system is unstable as hell. But basically, Germany got the ball here, and they fed it up. They played a pass to Musiala here. Musiala went through on goal. Musiala scored to make it 1-0, which means he's supposed to be ejected. But then, after this goal, the game crashed, and I was too lazy to reset it. So Germany win 1-0. Arsenal also won 1-0 against Belgium, who are being represented by the Netherlands from Golden Goal, which is this Kai Havertz goal over here. It's a pretty good goal. But this was first to 1 goal wins. So Arsenal are going to beat Belgium 1-0 also. And the tiebreaker between Arsenal and Germany's 1-0 wins is that Arsenal, I believe I have Arsenal ahead of Germany because Arsenal were actually intended to be. I believe that's not the tie. I'll confirm the tiebreaker later, but I think Arsenal should win the tie because they won in the intended way, whereas Germany didn't. Germany won by game crashing. Anyway, the final match of this round was Real Madrid versus Spain 3v3 football in Tokyo Wall Stadium, tiny football pitch. Now, there's a lot of goals in these games, so I'm not going to be able to show. Well, I am. This game also went on for like 10 minutes because you can't skip any of the replays, which means you can't skip any of the goal celebrations. So I'm only showing the goals here, but Real Madrid winning 4-1 at the moment. I don't. Oh, that's it. Good chip shot from Cucurella. 4-2. Okay, that's a dog shit goal to concede. Good header. 5-3. Now this mode is always entertaining as fuck. You get so many goals. But yeah, 6-3. For some reason they actually removed 3v3 football from FC26. Please bring it back for FC27. This mode is so good. Rush sucks. This mode is actually good. Please bring this back. But yeah, 8-4. You get so many goals. 8-5. And after a bunch of hitting the post, Real Madrid are going to score again to make it 9-5. And Spain scored immediately from kickoff after that. Great goal from Mbappe. That's Erling Haaland's goal. Mbappe controlled the ball again, 11-60. I mean, the game's practically over at this point. Well, I mean, with 3v3 football, you never know, but Cucurella is going to score to make it 11-7. And that was actually the last goal of the game, so Real Madrid win this game 11-7.
These are the score lines and winning margins of the games. And the teams will be ranked by the winning margin. Arsenal will be ranked ahead of Germany because Arsenal's 1-0 was intended while Germany's was not, because Germany's 1-0 was from the game crashing. And theoretically, Atletico Madrid could have scored, making their winning margin not 100%, I mean infinite percent. So these are the rankings from Challenge 3. And Benfica are the next team eliminated. Meanwhile, Arsenal, France, and Man City are now the top 3 teams in the championship. Challenge 4. Here's the point system for Challenge 4. Now, we had a playoff round between Belgium in 8th place and Milan in 9th place because we can't do a 9-team tournament, we can only do an 8-team tournament. And AC Milan beat Belgium over 2 legs. Alright, so this is the round 4 FC 25 tournament. After Belgium were eliminated in the playoff by AC Milan, we have everyone else progressed to a randomly generated 2-legged quarterfinal. I accidentally simulated the first leg already off camera, but for the quarterfinals we have Spain versus Atletico Madrid, Arsenal versus Man City, AC Milan versus France, and Real Madrid versus Germany. So basically we're just going to be quick simming all the matches. For the 5th place to 8th place teams, they will be decided by the team with the smallest losing margin. Alright, so Man City beat Arsenal on penalties, which means Arsenal will probably get 5th because they've only lost on penalties. So yeah, Arsenal 5th place because they lost on penalties. Spain 6th because they were eliminated by Atletico Madrid by 1 goal. Real Madrid 7th because they were eliminated 4-2 by Germany. And AC Milan 8th place because they were eliminated 3-0 by France. So the randomly generated matchups are Atletico Madrid versus France and Germany versus Man City, which means if France lose to Atletico Madrid, I am deadass gonna have to set up another tournament between the winning 2 teams. So we're just gonna quick submit. France take a 2-1 lead on aggregate. And France are going to go to the final 2-1. Meanwhile, Man City were knocked out by Germany, but they did score more goals. So Man City got 3rd place, Atletico got 4th for this challenge. Meaning the final will be between France and Germany, which we will quick sim right now. And France beat Germany on penalties to win the challenge. These are the points awarded for Challenge 4. Meaning that AC Milan survive over Belgium 38-37. However, they will need to score well in the next challenge. France have a massive lead at the top of the championship with 192 points, followed by Man City and Arsenal's 133, and Germany shooting themselves into the top 4 with 129. Challenge 5. This is the bracket for Challenge 5. The bracket is determined by the number of points each team has. These are the points awarded for Challenge 5. Alright, welcome to... I'm recording, right? Yeah, I'm recording. Welcome to Challenge 5, the Penalty Shootouts World Cup, starting off with France versus AC Milan. Now, obviously, what we did for this challenge was I had my FC Mobile account play against my brother's I had my FC Mobile alt account play against my FC Mobile main account in head-to-head quick matches, and we purposely drew every game 0-0 or 1-1 if the auto accidentally scored. If the auto accidentally scored, I would make sure to score an own goal to make sure the game would go to penalties, and we would simulate a penalty shootout via not pressing anything. So France beat AC Milan 2-1. But yeah, we would simulate the penalty shootout via nobody is allowed to shoot by swiping at the screen, and nobody is allowed to make a keeper dive by touching on the screen. So which will make the AI simulate everything by itself. So that's how we managed to get this to work. Now, the penalty shootouts are now in FC Mobile. When you do this and you leave both teams AFK, there's a lot of waiting in between taking the penalty kicks, so I sped up most of the footage. I kept the last kick at the same speed so you can see Atletico missed theirs, which caused Germany to move to the semifinals 2-0. But I speed up all of the other kicks to make sure that we're not sitting here for 10 minutes watching penalty shootouts simulated by AI. So all of these are sped up. And yeah, I have noticed that if you let the AI do all the penalties, the AI is very bad at actually converting the penalties, which I guess makes sense because the AI is not supposed to be good. Otherwise, there would be no incentive to actually play properly. But Pedri is going to take the kick here and score, meaning Spain beat Man City 3-2 in the quarterfinals of this challenge. Arsenal vs Real Madrid, Gyökeres scores. Vinicius Jr. scores. Eberechi scores. Kylian Mbappe tries to Panenka but misses. Leandro Trossard scores. Jude Bellingham also misses, meaning it is now down. If Bukayo Saka scores, they win, but he doesn't. So, Arda Güler must now keep his team alive, and he does, but now Declan Rice is up to take the last penalty. If he scores, Arsenal will move on to the semi-finals. And he does score, meaning Arsenal are in the semi-finals. Anyway, France versus Germany in the penalty shootout semi-finals. France have missed their first 2 penalties, and Germany have scored their first 2 penalties. Meaning they are literally going to need a miracle to win this shootout now. And France are now 3-1 down, meaning if Michael Olise misses this, Germany move on to the final. And Germany move on to the final. And the other semi-final, we have Spain versus Arsenal. Both teams missed their first penalty. Nico Williams is the first to convert, so Spain take a 1-0 lead, but Arsenal tie it up 1-1. If you're wondering, the team that kicks first is the team that has the higher seed from the amount of points they have, with more points being given higher seeds. This is because mathematically, I think a study showed that the team that kicks first in penalty shootouts has a higher chance of winning. So I let that happen also. Spain beat Arsenal 2-1, meaning it is Spain versus Germany for the final. And both teams missed their first penalty. Germany missed their first 2 penalties. And Mikel Oyarzabal converts, meaning Spain take a 1-0 lead. and Germany have missed all 3 of their penalties. Oh my god, it's the worst penalty shooter. The AI is terrible at converting penalties in FC Mobile if you let it AFK. Like, it's so bad. It's been 8. There's been 1 goal. Stiller. And Steelers missed it, meaning Spain somehow win. So, this is how the bracket ended up being for Challenge 5. Which means that these are the results for Challenge 5. Now, teams that were eliminated in the same round, the tiebreaker was the amount they lost by. Teams that lost by less will be given higher rankings. Which means that after Challenge 5, AC Milan are eliminated in 8th place with 65 points. France are still leading the championship with Germany in 2nd and Arsenal in 3rd. Spain in 4th. Challenge 6. These are the scoring system for Challenge 6.
Alright, so this is the format for this challenge. First up, the group stage with 7 teams. Each team plays 6 matches. Top 4 teams move on to semifinals, which were Atletico Madrid, Spain, Arsenal, and Man City. Real Madrid, France, and Germany eliminated in the group stage. Atletico Madrid actually topped the group stage somehow with 4 wins, a draw and a loss. Semi-finals were Arsenal versus Man City and Spain versus Atletico Madrid, which were randomly drawn. And we are saving the Arsenal-Man City match. It's 1 leg only for this round, this challenge. So Arsenal lost to City 3-1. So City will be in the final. Atletico Madrid will also be in the final after beating Spain 2-0. Arsenal finished 3rd and Spain finished 4th in this challenge. Now, I actually simulated a full match between Man City and Atletico Madrid for the final of this challenge, but this game was so boring. Nobody ever scored ever. Like, this was legendary AI versus legendary AI. Both AIs were legendary on competitor mode, but neither of them knew how to score a goal. There were a lot of missed chances. There were like a lot of times where it looked like there was a guy 1v1 who was gonna score, but he just either it got saved or he just missed the target entirely. But yeah, the game went all the way to extra time, and yeah, this is the only highlight of the game. Man City had a corner kick, and they tried to play it in, but it got intercepted by Atletico Madrid, who started counter-attacking. And they did usual Atletico Madrid stuff. It's their through-on goal, and they actually scored from this. This was the only. This was like, I think, the 4th 1v1 of the game, but that was the only one that went in. And Atletico Madrid did go on to win the game 1-0, meaning they are going to win this challenge. Yeah.
These are the results for Challenge 6. Atletico Madrid actually won the challenge, with Germany in last. Which means that after Challenge 6, Real Madrid are eliminated in 7th place with 135 points. Germany dropped all the way to last place in the championship. Meanwhile, Arsenal lead the championship by a single point over Atletico Madrid. Challenge 7. This is the bracket for Challenge 7. We have playoff round with Spain versus France and City versus Germany, followed by the winners of those playoff rounds facing Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. This is the scoring system. Alright, Spain versus France penalty shootout opens with both teams missing. Nico Williams misses again. France need a big result here. They are currently low on the scoreboard. They need to win this round against Spain. They need to win this preliminary round against Spain to stand a chance of staying alive in the tournament. But they are 1-0 down. And Ousmane Dembele missing is not helping at all, meaning Spain are now in pole position to win the game. But Pedri's missed, meaning that if Michael Olise scores, then France will tie the game up and France will be okay. Well, he's missed. France are in big trouble now. They need Germany to mess up here. Rayan Cherki's missed it. Nick Woltermann is also missed. Jeremy Doku missed. Florian Wirtz scores. Germany now take the lead, meaning if Germany move on, to the semifinals, and France don't. France will be eliminated from the competition, probably on account of France and Germany being significantly behind everyone else in terms of points. And the top four placed to get Rodri slipped and missed it over the bar. So Germany have most likely eliminated France, but now we move on to the semifinals. Spain versus Arsenal. And Arsenal have missed their first two penalties. And Spain have scored their first two penalties. Spain has scored all three of them now. This is not going well. This is not going well. Arsenal have missed every single one of the penalties. Great. Atletico Madrid versus Germany. Germany take a 1-0 lead after the first round of kicks. Leon Goretzka scores. Germany now lead Atletico 2-0 on penalties. Lookman does go top bins to reduce the arrears, but Nick Woltemar is gonna score, meaning Atletico now need to score all of their penalties, and Germany needs to miss all of theirs just for Atletico to tie and force sudden death. And because the AI in this game is terrible at shooting penalties, Atletico are going to be eliminated, meaning Germany and Spain will go head-to-head in the finals. Both teams remain perfect until Lamine Yamal misses. But Florian Wirtz also misses, and Ferran Torres misses, and Leroy Sané misses. Pedri scores, meaning Stiller has to score this to keep Germany alive, which he does. Rodri misses, meaning that if Pascal Gross scores this, Germany win this challenge, and they do. This is how the bracket ended up, which means that these are the points awarded for Challenge 7. And France, who are leading the championship for a large part of the early portion, are now eliminated in 6th place. Meanwhile, Germany, who were actually in last place, have shot up all the way to 1st in the championship. Challenge 8. Now, the three options for video games were Hypixel Bed Wars, Terraria, and Geometry Dash. We ended up using Geometry Dash because I have no idea how Terraria is gonna work, and Hypixel Bed Wars is too dependent on the random opponents. Now, each team will play a no-clip run on Sonic Wave Infinity. The lowest amount of deaths will win, followed by second lowest deaths in 2nd place, and so on. Team in last place will run first, followed by the team in second to last place, and so on. Because theoretically, if you run first, you'll have less warm-up time, which gives an advantage to the teams ahead in the championship. This is the scoring system. Tiebreaker is that whoever gets their last death later into the level loses.
Starting off with Man City's no-clip run. Okay, 26 deaths, not bad. I am gonna speed hack to get through this stupid end. Can I speed hack faster? Yeah, okay. I'm recording the session. Alright, 36 deaths for Arsenal. Now I think a lot of this is gonna come down to visibility and how easy it is to actually see what you're doing based on the icon. So I think brighter colors have an advantage on this challenge. Alright, 29 deaths for Athletic Madrid. 29 bits. Germany. Alright, so that is shit, but whatever. It's kinda hard to see what you're doing with white icons.
These are the points awarded for Challenge 8, which means that Arsenal are eliminated in 5th place. Germany drop all the way from the lead of the championship to 4th. Meanwhile, Man City are now leading the championship with 908 points, followed by Spain in 2nd with 879. Challenge 9. Whoever scores highest on my community post wins. This is the scoring system awarded. These were the results of the community post, which is conveniently all in order, meaning that Man City finished 1st, Spain in 2nd, Atletico Madrid in 3rd, and Germany in 4th. Meaning that because Germany are in last place going into the challenge and they finished last in the challenge, they are eliminated. Which means Man City, Spain, and Atletico Madrid move on to the final. Challenge 10. This is the scoring system for the challenge. Now the rules of the challenge is there will be a league phase between Man City, Spain, and Atletico Madrid, and then after that, the top 2 teams will play the final, which will be a 2030 World Cup final, and the winner of that will win the Ultimate Champions League. Alright, so for the league phase, while the group stage of this World Cup final challenge, we will be simulating a Champions League with these teams because FC26 is whack and doesn't let you put the teams you want in. So we're stuck with this, and they don't have the licenses for most of the teams. But yeah, we have 9 teams in each pot. I will be controlling Man City, Atletico Madrid, and because you can't put in national teams, Spain will be represented by Barcelona. Now, I was gonna go with Real Madrid since Madrid are the capital of Spain, but I decided Barcelona would be better because Barcelona make up the majority of the Spanish national team at the World Cup winning team in 2026. Now, the 2 teams that make it the farthest into the Champions League in the simulation will move on to the final. Alright, so the league phase is over. I had to manually simulate all of the league phase by hand, but Barcelona, who are representing Spain, finished second on 20 points, 6 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses actually. I think they're the only team unbeaten. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid took up the last automatic qualification spot. They finished 8th with 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, 17 points. The other auto qualification spots went to PSG, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Leverkusen, AC Milan, and Arsenal. Which means that Manchester City finished 9th on 16 points, 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. They will have to be in the playoffs, alongside Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, Atalanta, Aston Villa, Brest, Real Madrid, PSV, Ajax, Fenerbahce, Benfica, Feyenoord, RB Salzburg, Sporting, Bologna, and Juventus. The teams that were eliminated in the league phase were Borussia Dortmund, Monaco, Villarreal, Club Brugge, Ferencváros, Galatasaray, Sturm Graz, Stuttgart, Celtic, Olympiacos, Marseille, and Young Boys. And these are the playoff matchups. Man City drew Benfica. There was Juventus versus Bayern, Sporting versus Leipzig, Feyenoord versus Atalanta, RB Salzburg versus Villa, Bologna versus Brest, Ajax versus Real Madrid, and Fenerbahce versus PSV. To be fair, the only one that really matters is the Man City game, which will now be simulated. They actually lost the first leg 2-0 to Benfica. So Man City are going to need a big result in the second leg of the playoffs, otherwise they will be eliminated from the tournament. And they are eliminated. The top 2 of this Champions League simulation are Spain and Atletico Madrid, meaning the final will be played between them. If you're wondering, both Atletico Madrid and Spain, which were represented by Barcelona, were knocked out by Bayern Munich and Leverkusen in the quarterfinals, which means we're getting Champions League semifinals of Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Leverkusen, and Real Madrid. Alright, here we go. Atletico Madrid versus Spain in the final of the tournament. Atletico Madrid with new transfers. I had to manually transfer in Lee Kang-in because he signed for Atleti, which I think is a good move for him. But Atleti already forced us to a save. Versus Spain, defending 2026 World Cup champions and also defending 100 subscriber special champions. And the 100 subscriber special was also a series of challenges, meaning Spain had to win a bunch of challenges just to get through that. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid are only in this tournament because they qualified via a Terraria video for the 150 subscriber special because they had a tree in their badge. And here they are in the final. Now, in FC25, the Spain national team's home stadium is also the Metropolitano. So to compensate for Atleti having home advantage, I have given the match ball is going to be the Euro 2024 final ball, which Spain won. So that is Spain's home advantage. Spain get home match ball, Atletico Madrid get entire home stadium. Nico Williams, good tackle from Atleti's defense. Now both teams are playing different formations. I believe Spain are playing a 4-3-3 and Atleti are playing a 5-3-2. We will see which formation is better. Now, the 5-3-2 has more defenders in this game, which is probably more annoying to score against. But also there's less attackers because they can't really use as I say, they can't really use the wings. They're sending David Hanko along the wings. He's won a corner. Diego, I was really hoping Atletico Madrid would win the 25-26 Champions League because I really want to see Simeone win a Champions League with Atletico. But I mean, yeah, Atletico Madrid have a lot of inner problem. They've just hit the post. That was almost a goal for Atleti there. Now Spain on the counter attack. Dani Carvajal, Lamine Yamal, Pedri. Atleti have it back. Atleti. Look, man, Koke, Lee Kang-in, the new transfer from this season, lobbing it back to David Hanko. Atleti are sending David Hanko down the wing again. Koke. That's a good cross in. Marcos Llorente. Julian Alvarez. Okay, well, they're just pinging it around and Spain have it back. Spain tried to long ball it to Morata, who does not win the ball. Atleti have possession again. Marcos Llorente to Koke. To David Hanko. To Julian Alvarez, who is trying to leave Atleti this season. But he signed a 6-year contract with a 500 million release clause, and is getting mad when Atleti don't want to sell him for anything less than the release clause to Atleti's direct rivals, which are Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like, duh, no shit, what were you expecting? Animal, I really rate Animal look, man. Like, I think if Atleti can get the full usage out of Animal Lookman this season, they could really take new steps and be in contention for trophies this season. Anyway, Spain are about to score. Never mind, they've been tackled by the Atleti defense. And Spain have won it back from the front again. Blocked by the nothing is getting past the Atleti defense so far. I mean, we saw this when Atleti played Man City in I believe Challenge 6. We're gonna see now Atleti, but they also can't get past the Spain defense. Spain, to be fair, the Spain defense was really good in this 2026. Their 1v1. Never mind. The AI in this game is pretty bad at shooting in 1v1s, but yeah, both teams are legendary mode with competitor mode on, so it's not like we're playing beginner AI against each other. Lee Kang-in scores 1-0 Atleti. Atletico Madrid are now 45 minutes away from winning the Ultimate Champions League 1000 subscriber special. Good pass. Good shot. The new signing of the season has given Atletico Madrid the lead in this final. He is the lowest rated player on the team according to FC ratings, but he's not. He is the goal scorer. Alright, Spain need to find a response now. Nico Williams threw on goal. And Koke, saved by Jan Oblak. Halftime, Atletico Madrid go in with a 1-0 lead. Okay, I don't really know what to say there. Now, rather annoyingly, when it's AI versus AI, you can't skip any of the cutscenes or the replays. But this is the final, so we are gonna watch the full final together. Okay, we'll resume match. Atletico Madrid kick off the second half here. Alex Grimaldo, who's also signed for Atleti this season. Yeah, I mean, Atleti always make good signings every season, just for some reason it goes wrong. Here comes Julian Alvarez. Blocked by the Spanish defense. But to be fair, the Spanish defense was probably the best defense at the 2026 World Cup. They only allowed one goal the whole tournament, which was to Belgium. They shut down France's attack. France had an attack of Dembele, Olise, and Mbappe, and Spain just completely shut it down. The Christian Romero also signed for Atleti, which I think that's like the perfect signing for Atleti. If he plays exactly, I mean, Atleti play very physical. He plays very physical. It's a great fit, I think. Lamine Yamal with the corner. Good clearance. Pedri. Pedri to Yamal. Back to Pedri. Okay, they've been tackled, and Atleti are now at when they're most dangerous. They're sending Pablo Barrios. Cut back in for Ademola Lookman. They win it back. Marcus Llorente. Saved by Unai Simon. Anyway, Ademola Lookman's coming off for Alexander Sorloth for Atleti, who is the only reason Norway got eliminated from England. If Alexander Sorloth had passed to Erling Haaland, they would have been 2-0 up versus England, and Norway would have been in the World Cup semi-finals, and they probably would have beaten Argentina. We could have got to Spain versus Norway, but we didn't because of Sorloth. Nico Williams, Pedri, and they've been intercepted. There's 30 minutes left for Spain to score against Atletico Madrid. Morata, Robin Lenormand, Koke, Marcos Llorente, Julian Alvarez. Back to Marcos Llorente, they've been intercepted by Laporte. Cucurella, Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella signed for Real Madrid, by the way. Good for him. Nico Williams breaks through again. Nico Williams extremely effective this game, but they've been tackled by the Atleti defense again. Alex Grimaldo. No, I genuinely think Atleti could have an insanely promising season this year if they can unlock the full potential. No, because they've signed two world-class players. Alejandro Grimaldo and Lee Kang-in are world-class players. If they can unlock their full potential and Ademola Lookman's full potential, I see no reason why they can't win a trophy this season. Alvaro Morata. There's a lot of space on the right wing. Pedri scores 1-1. Spain have drawn level in the 70th minute. After some great play, they managed to create space for Pedri to shoot. As I'm recording this, Arsenal are leading Coventry 3-0 in the Premier League opening game. Thomas Lemar and Mikel Merino are coming onto the pitch now. There's 28 minutes left. No, 18 minutes left for somebody to score. Pablo Barrios tackled. Alvaro Morata breaks through again. Nico Williams, Alvaro Morata. Saved. Because the AI does not know how to convert any chance in this game ever, even though it's a legendary AI on competitive mode. Thomas Lemar. Julian Alvarez. Back to Koke. Alexander Sorloth. The entire Spanish midfield seems to be concentrated there for some reason. David Hanko. Back to Christian Romero. And now back to Hanko. Now with Koke in the middle. So I don't know how to commentate football, man. Koke. Julian Alvarez. Passing it to Thomas Lemar. Julian Alvarez. Cut back to Thomas Lemar. Pablo Barrios. Thomas Lemar. Hanging around the corner flag. Pablo Barrios. Being tackled in the penalty box. But Atleti still have the ball. That's the worst pass I've ever seen. Great. Well, there's 5 minutes left. Spain are now going forward. They're sending in Alvaro Morata, who's getting chased by the Atleti defense, and Yamal is being tackled, but it's a free kick. Lamine Yamal coming off. Ferran Torres, who scored the 2026 World Cup winning goal for Spain, coming on. It is that guy. It's Mikel Merino take the free kick, but that is the worst free kick I've ever seen. There is a literal championship on the line here. Both teams have got through 9 challenges just to get here, and you do that with 3 minutes left in the thing. That is genius. Nico Williams. Spain probably with the last chance of the 90 minutes before extra time. Alvaro Morata. Rodri. 2-1 Spain. 2-1 Spain. Alvaro Morata scored in the 90th minute. Because Atletico Madrid can never win any final ever, and Spain are going to become the champions of both the 100 subscriber challenge gauntlet and the 1000 subscriber challenge gauntlet as well. Good. The defender gets nutmegged. How long does this replay last? Okay, so Atleti now have literally no time. Yep, full time. Spain have won 2-1 against Atletico Madrid. So with that, Spain will be crowned the 1000 subscriber Ultimate Champions League winners after beating out opposition from 11 other teams, which means they retain their crown as the subscriber special gauntlet winners of this YouTube channel. So the results of the final challenge are that Spain win the final challenge with Atletico Madrid in second and Man City in third. And because the points awarded for the final challenge are doubled instead of multiplied by 1.5 times, that does guarantee that no matter what, Spain will win the title. So yeah, as you can see here, Spain are the official champions of the 1000 subscriber special Ultimate Champions League with 2,951 points. Now, even though Man City finished third in the final challenge, they still finished second because they had a big enough points lead from the first 9 challenges where they would the only way it was possible for them to miss out on the title, but they were guaranteed at least second place because of how many points they had. So Man City finished second with 2,495 points, and Atletico Madrid finished third with 2,223 points. Which means, yeah, Spain win the 1000 subscriber Ultimate Champions League, making this the second time they've won a subscriber special that has involved multiple challenges in a row instead of being a one-off video. So yeah, once again, thanks for 1000 subscribers. Thanks for 1000 subscribers on YouTube. I genuinely didn't think I would get this far after I tried YouTube for a week thinking it would be easy, and it was not easy. I got no views at all and gave up almost immediately. But yeah, I didn't think like after all this time I would actually get here. Now I get future plans after hitting 1000 subscribers, I think would be monetization. But obviously for monetization, I somehow, not only do I need 1000 subscribers, I somehow need 4,000 watch time hours, and I don't know where the watch time hours are gonna come from. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I guess for short-term plan, Yeah, for short-term plans, the DFL Supercup is happening in like 2 hours from the time this is being recorded. Hopefully, most of the video is done editing. Hopefully, I can get this video out before the DFL Supercup so I can watch it afterwards. Hopefully, Dortmund win. Bayern winning would be boring. Yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.